Hey, I want to take a second here today out of my busy schedule to do a little video on my Smith & Wesson 586 L Comp here. Now, as a lot of you know, I'm moving, so a lot of my guns, in fact, all of my other guns, other than this one, which I consider kind of my comfort gun that I've gone back to while I'm packing up my other guns, have been packed away in their original boxes, or as I would like to say, you know, they've been put in their stasis pods to prepare for transport. Or at least I'd like to say it if I was a nerd, but we know I'm not, so I'm not going to say that. But this gun is what I've been carrying since I packed everything up because I love this gun. I just always kind of go back to it. Like I say, some people like comfort food when they're in stressful situations. I like a comfort gun. But one of the things that I've been liking on other guns I've carried lately is the red dot sight. I'm not getting any younger, and it's hard for me to see things up close like sights on my pistol. So I love that red dot sight that you actually look through to your target and you can still see the dot on them. Well, I can't really get a red dot sight or a reflex type red dot sight on this one. So I'm going to do what I think is the next best thing. I'm going to put a laser grip on it just to get me through the transition to where my other guns come out of stasis and I can choose to carry one with a red dot again if I so choose to do so. But want to go ahead and put a laser grip on this one today and see if that makes it a little easier for me. Now I've got the Hogue laser grip here. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and install this because, you know, I can see red dots at a distance. I can see at a distance. I just can't see up close. So should be able to see this not quite as well as I could a reflex red dot sight. And there are some advantages to reflex red dot sights over lasers. But, you know, when you're wanting to carry a revolver and you don't have the option of a red dot sight, you go with what you can get here, and you know, beggars can't be choosers. So I'm going to do the laser grip here. And you know, I tested these laser grips at SHOT Show over a great distance in a brightly lit room, and I could still easily pick up the dot. You know, I tried it on different surfaces, you know, dark surfaces, light surfaces, etc. Could easily pick up the dot. So going to give these a try on my carry gun. So let's go ahead and get them put on there. Now, first off, this is loaded, so let's go ahead and unload this here so people don't freak out. And there you have my Corbon rounds with my 1 silver bullet for a werewolf right there, because you never can be too careful about werewolves. Okay, first thing we're going to do is take off these VZ grips here. These are, I think, the Black Cherry VZ grips. These are great grips, but like I say, the other grips won't be as pretty, but they might help me actually hit my target, so that's a good thing, if I can get them off. I never seem to be able to get anything off the first time. It always takes me a couple tries. Story of my life. Yeah, you can ask people about that. There we go. Okay, inside you've got your batteries here. You also got your rubber grip. And you got this part right here that's the actual laser. This goes on first, so let's get that in place. Actually, I do believe the little piece right here goes on first. That's just giving you something to screw the screw from the bottom of the grip right here that goes in there. That gives you something to screw that into. Okay, now that I got the screws taken out of this, we will put this in place. Pretty self-explanatory here as to how it goes on. Just goes right into place there. And we will put the screws back in. No reason to over tighten these. Remember, these are plastic, so you don't want to overdo it. Make sure they're seated over the little thingamajiggers. Okay, now I'll put the batteries in it. And it does come with 2 of the batteries. And the little tool that I guess this little tool is for adjusting the actual laser. We'll deal with that here in a few minutes. We'll hope this is right, so I don't have to put them in again. There we go. Alright, Maisie, get down. Go on. You can't just jump up here whenever you want. Okay, I don't know how well you all can see there, but the laser is working, so I haven't broke it yet. So that's a good sign. Now let's slip on the rubber grip here. This just goes on just like any rubber grip like this would. These boot grips, they just slide up on. Sometimes easily. Sometimes not as easily. There we go. Did that off camera, but you'll have to take my word for it that it slipped on there. Yep, working fine. Okay, now let's put the little screw here into the butt of the gun here. Or into the grip frame here. I want to say butt and screw. Of course, that always reminds me of that Bee Gees song when I was a kid. You should be dancing, where they say, what are you doing on your back? My Uncle Gary always told me, my Uncle Gary Scott, always told me that they're saying, let's do it in the butt. And that stuck with me for years. I thought that song was saying, let's do it in the butt, but they're saying, what are you doing on your back? Okay, it's on there. And you know, if you grip this grip, it comes on. It's real easy to activate. If you get your hands on your grip with any type of force at all, that light's coming on. So it'll be real easy to activate. You don't have to do anything special. I like these ones where you just grip the grip to get it to come on, or you don't have to push a button or anything like that. So that should be pretty cool. These aren't as pretty as the other grips. You know, these black cherry wood grips here, of course, looked a lot better, but these are going to be very comfortable, especially like that they don't have the grooves up here. So it'll make my hand fit on it very well, and it'll be more comfortable to shoot since they're rubber. Now they don't have a full back strap, but still these will be very comfortable to shoot. And when you're talking about a carry gun you might have to use, being more comfortable to shoot and having that laser to help you hit your target, that really makes up from not being as pretty. So there you have it. It is installed. That was easy to do. I can't imagine how anybody else would have a problem doing that, because I did it without messing it up. So you know it's got to be easy to do. Now I know these sights, these iron sights, are good at 50 feet. That's where I sighted them at. So for now I'm just going to adjust these onto the iron sights at 50 feet. And then when I get a chance, I'm going to go out and try to shoot at 50 yards and adjust my laser for 50 yards. Because the laser is more needed for me at a real distance, where my sight's being a little blurry makes me very inaccurate at a large distance, at a further distance I should say. So I'm going to adjust this out to 50 yards and have the iron sights at 50 feet. That should give me an all-around good sight picture for whatever situation I run into. Now some people say, well, are you going to film it when you go out and sight them? That's like, to me, that's like saying, hey, I hear you're studying for the real estate exam. Are you going to film yourself doing it? No, that would be super boring. Why would anyone want to watch me sight in a laser sight? But just never understood that. So until then, there you have it. They look pretty good. I like the flat dark earth. Like I said, not as pretty as the other ones, but they're very functional and very comfortable, and they were very easy to put on. Even I couldn't mess it up. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. So there you go. There's my new 586 L comp with my Hogue laser grips on it.